everybody, look at the organization on YouTube of I reorganized all my whiskey. I'll give you all a little. I even what's in the barrels on the top. But look at this one right here. That's pretty cool. I got that looking really nice and organized. We got the Taylor but you could see those bookers are just lined up, and then you got that. You got over there. I didn't get quite as much. I made sure everything was right, but then if you walk around here, you can see that all rearranged to go up and promote and everything like that. So if Randy's watching, we do need the new 2025 Bourbon Festival Barrelhead. I'm just going to throw that one out there. But welcome to YouTube. Here we go. Let's see. I love this part. We're live on air. Scotchy Bourbon Boys. That should be it. Oh, great. I'm sure. Did that knock the camera off at all? Or is my camera still?
I wasn't paying attention. No, it looks like you're pretty much still centered.
Yeah, I just moved it a little bit. All right, so that's good. On air on YouTube, I will make sure now that we're welcome everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Live tonight. This one, I think this could be a lot of fun. I think
it should be.
I think there's a lot of, what would you say, Super Nash? Open for interpretation.
What?
There's a lot of, we could start pulling down old bottles of Hardins Creek.
Thomas has got one of her squeaky toys over here.
You know what? Randy had that happening last week, and we don't pick it up. So that's kind of cool. Hey, Matt.
Yep. Hey, what's happening, Matt?
Yeah, on YouTube.
John, Patrick, Steven.
There we go.
Here's everybody.
I'm going to go to YouTube. You're saved now? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tuned in to Facebook, monitoring the comments.
All right, here we go. I'm tuned into.
Steven. There we go.
Uh-oh. It looks like I'm cut off, so I need to adjust just a little bit.
You needed to be cut off.
I got that larceny candle going, and man, it smells good down here.
I had to move my big giant larceny candle off the table.
Are we talking about candles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see if
I got one of those big giant ones.
No, I shouldn't be cut off.
Big gallon size candle.
Welcome to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys podcast. We monitor comments, so let us know where you're from and what you're sipping on. Tonight we are breaking down
the James B. Beam Distilling Company, Hardins Creek line of whiskeys.
James B. Beam. All right. Down Hardins Creek. All right, there we go. So there we are. Welcome everybody on YouTube. We're ready to go. I'll be monitoring the comments on YouTube and Facebook. Everybody knows. I could give everybody the quick lowdown on the hoedown. Spirit of French Lick is one of our sponsors, and if they are in French Lick, Indiana, we got to talk with Brooklyn and taste through at Bourbon on the Banks. Super Nash, myself, and CT. The William Dalton was fantastic. The Solomon Scott was really good, and I also tried the Maddie Gladden, and everybody know that Alan Bishop, his whiskey is there, and they are still presenting it to the public, and they are doing it decent. I was happy with the results of the new batches, and so if
He
you're
laid down barrels for approximately 10 years there.
yes, they're coming up in March with their 10-year anniversary. So that one we're going to plan on getting down there for their 10-year. They're planning a 10-year celebration. So hopefully
All
we
right.
can work that out and go from there. But the Spirit of French Lick in French Lick, Indiana, fantastic bourbons and brandies even. And you got to check them out if you're in the area. Uh, Fantastic vacation town. So, or if you're just passing
And if
through,
your significant other isn't into bourbon or brandies and she likes wine, they do wines there also.
yep. So check out the Spirit of French Lick in French Lick, Indiana. Then there is Whiskey Thief Distilling Company, one of our favorite places to go when we go down to Kentucky in that Frankfort area. That's where their distillery is on Three Boys Farms, 15 minutes from Buffalo Trace. It's a must stop. It's a barrel pick all day, every day. They've got 5 barrels to choose from where they sample you 5 of those barrels by thieving it right into your glass. And if you like one that you decide that you really like one, you can bottle your own, thieving it right from the barrel right into your bottles. They sell 750s and 375s. So
Yep.
make sure you get to Whiskey Thief Distilling Company in Frankfort. And also, if you're up in the Louisville area and the New Lou area, they have their brand new tasting room with the same thing. Five barrels to choose from. They've got music and a full bar. So check out their newest tasting room location. And then remember, when you go to Whiskey Thief, everything that you drink is just like the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, uncut and unfiltered. Then we have Middle West Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. Got to check them out. I'm hoping to get down there real soon. I've been talking with Ryan and Middle West Spirits, but Middle West Spirits is on the shelf in 48 states right now. Their Michelob brand is at cast strength. When you go in and walk in and you see the Middle West Spirits cast strength bourbons and whiskeys. Right now they've got their pumpernickel rye, they've got their wheat whiskey, and their 4-grain wheated bourbon. All 4 are fantastic. So you got to check out Middle West Spirits. They have just built a 72,000 square foot distillery right there in the Columbus area. But right now, if you want to stop by for a tour and a tasting at their original craft distillery in Columbus, Ohio, stop in and then stay for a great bar and their service bar restaurant. Fantastic experience any way you go, but you can pick up those spirits right there in Columbus, Ohio. And then speaking of Alan Bishop, did I say Alan Bishop?
Yes, you did just now.
He is at Old Homestead Distillery in at Patoka Lake, where they have everything recreational, but he also has his One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute on YouTube, where you can find out everything about distilling.
Home distilling
and commercial distilling. And then also you got to check out If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Great podcast. One of my favorite podcasts, but it combines the spirits industry with the spirits world, and the stories are fantastic. So check out If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. So I guess that covers it all, does it not? I mean, if you guys see Rosewood,
until we come to the barrel bottle breakdown, then we'll have one more.
Rose, yes, that's for sure.
Rosewood
bourbons and ryes. Make sure if you see that, you got to check that out. Jason Giles does a fantastic job. So check that out. All right, so we are ready to get going. Everybody, there's going to be brief silent period, and then we'll lead into our theme song, and then we'll get started. You ready, Soup? Wow, that was cool. Reflections of. All right. I was thinking one of the kids is going to jump out at you and you were going to scream. All right, here we go.
Part of Kentucky bourbon culture. Let's get started. Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. And we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, raising your head and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, we're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun. Woo! Yeah!
All right. Welcome back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. There we go. I got that off. Almost blew it. Super Nash is in the house tonight.
Ooh, yeah.
Myself, Tiny. Welcome. Everybody out there. Supercharged for tonight. And hopefully that transfers through the whole podcast.
Absolutely.
We've got a lot of stuff planned for you tonight. I think it could get really wild. I want to say hi to people watching: Steve Pitzer, Patrick, Matt, John. John is on tonight, and then we've got a few people already. The messages they're trashing me on YouTube already from India. So, anyways, but tonight we're going to be doing Hardins Creek, especially the 2025 line. I have one. Super Nash has all three. We will barrel bottle. We will do the old Louisville whiskey company's barrel bottle breakdown of the one that we both have. And then Super Nash is going to let us know the tasting notes on the other two, because this is a really unique thing, going on. I have Warehouse R, the mushroom one. Each one has a little bit different artwork. It seems to be the same. Was it the same? It almost is the same artist that did the rabbit hole stuff. It almost looks like, how people share that stuff throughout, and and so that's kind of cool. So we've got this Hardins Creek, really cool this year how they're doing it, but it is their Jim Beam's experimental. That's their experimental brand. Do a lot of cool stuff. Very excited about it, and we'll get that going in a second. But remember, got to check out www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We've got the Glencairns, and we've got the t-shirts available. Otherwise, contact me direct if you need a Glencairn or you need a t-shirt. I will make sure that you get it, and it makes sure that it comes through fast. So then also we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok. check us out on all of them. Make sure that you subscribe and become members where you can become members. Make sure that you like, listen, and leave good feedback. We're also on Apple, iHeart, and Spotify, along with other of the audio podcasts. No matter what, make sure that you go to those places and leave us good feedback. Hey, David, good to see you. So we're ready to go there. So initially, the initial release was 3 years ago. So
Yep.
you've got now this year, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second time they've done this with the three different. The first year they released the 15-year and they released the 2-year. And then for Hardins Creek, one was called Jacob's Well, and the other one was called, if I'm not mistaken, I got Jacob's Well. The other one's up there. It's hiding though. But you can hear me, right, Super Nash?
Yeah.
Okay. So that year, the 15-year did well, but the 2-year did unbelievably well because people were like, it won some really good awards. And that was called Hardins Creek. Oh, let's see. I should just go.
Colonel James B. Beam.
Yep. Thank you. So then the next year,
it was the turn 2-year.
The next year, which would have been 2022. Then 2023, they released this version of the Boston, Claremont, and what's the other
Frankfurt.
one? And Frankfurt Rickhouses. So they released that year, but they released those individually throughout the year, if I'm not mistaken, one at a time, wasn't it?
Yeah, they only released those, the Claremont, Frankfurt, and what was the other one?
Boston.
Yeah. They released those one at a time throughout the whole year. And they're all aged 17 years old.
Right. Now, then last year they released the Hardins Creek 11, the corn whiskey. Was that it, or was there something else?
It was just the corn whiskey. Yeah. Which is an 11-year-old corn whiskey. And it's called Golden Origins.
But this time they released the Boston, the Claremont, and the Frankfurt in 11-year, same distillate.
Oh no, these aren't Boston, Claremont, and Frankfurt.
They want 100%. They're yes.
They're all from the Claremont warehouses, but they're different warehouses in Claremont.
They're all from the Claremont, different warehouses.
Warehouses. Like you got warehouse. I believe it's G, W, and R.
All from the Claremont.
Yeah, and all from the Claremont area.
Okay, so there you go. So instead of from three different distilleries, not three different distilleries, but three different warehouses from their different distilleries, these are from one warehouse section. From the distillate's the same, but the distillate was the same.
Same mash bill, same distillate went into the barrels, but they went into three different warehouses, and each one of the warehouses is built uniquely different.
Right. So,
for instance, like R. Let me see here. Calls home and. So this particular whiskey came from Warehouse R that we're going to be doing tonight. And it's made up of one single floor. Warehouse R is uniquely close to the earth and with no windows for sunlight to pour in. It's as cool and dark as the underside of a fallen log. It feels like the kind of place you might stumble across a fascinating creature. the witch's hat mushroom, thriving in the shade of the forest floor.
Okay, so you've got these three. They're aged the same amount of time. It's the same distillate. It's just where it's that a barrel's being aged. So it
Yeah.
just
And
shows.
each one of these is 11 years old, aged 11 years.
Which I'm gonna open mine right now, but so you talk about, so each one's 11, and you
Yeah.
talk about, so since I only
Alright.
have one, and you talk about the other two.
Okay. Yeah. The next one I'm going to do and tell you about is Warehouse W. Yep. And for almost a century, Warehouse W has sat sturdy in the Creekside location. Its dense 5-floor construction enveloped in the humidity of the surrounding air. It feels like the kind of place you might find a familiar creature, the North American beaver, setting up his lodge built to last, where the stream cuts through the forest.
Now,
And then the other one is Warehouse G.
no, yeah, warehouse equals rickhouse. Yes, David, warehouse does equal rickhouse. It's just two different ways. It's where you store it. A rickhouse stores it in a rick. The rick system is so there can be but even when they palletize it, they still call it the rick house, even though it can be called warehouse.
All right. Warehouse G, this release belongs to the second series of the Hardins Creek, an exploration of how whiskey is shaped by the warehouse it calls home. Identical mash bills were spread across the Claremont campus, placed in warehouses of varying heights, ages, and microclimates, and left to mature for over 11 years. This particular whiskey rested in Warehouse G at 9 floors high. Warehouse G is a rarity, as warehouses are no longer built so tall. Ours is one of the few standing relics that enjoy such a towering view. It feels like the kind of place you might spot a majestic creature, the great horned owl, soaring high above the forest canopy as it keeps wise watch over the happenings below.
That's why I was messed up. Actually, they have not updated to these new Hardins Creeks on their website. I've noticed that Jim Beam has so much going that sometimes, like the newest bookers, sometimes you get it and it's not up there yet. So yeah, I went there and they've got the Boston, the Claremont, and the Frankfurt still up as their current release.
So you already poured some up, right?
Yeah, I just poured it up to get of the.
I've been pre-sipping on a little bit of the Warehouse W. I've already had the G open. I opened it up probably the week after we came back from the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Yep, mine is now open.
And I did open these bottles up today when I got home and just let them sit here, opened up until about probably 30, 40 minutes before the podcast. Then I put the tops back on.
Now, the one thing, what was it going to do? Oh, I'm going to grab it. We tonight are going to do Old Louisville Whiskey Company barrel bottle breakdown of the Warehouse R.
And Old Louisville Whiskey Company is located in downtown Louisville now, and they're moving in now into the old Seagram's warehouse
in Shively.
In Shively, yes. So if you get a chance to get down there to see Amin Carr at Old Louisville Whiskey Company, where there is no telling what you'll be able to taste when you go in there for a little tour with Amin. He releases nothing less than 7 years. He has bottles that he's already blended and aged in bottles on site that you can purchase in the gift shop. And then also, like I say, you can go, he'll probably take you back and you can go back and taste from different barrels and mash bills that he's acquired and been aging in his warehouse or secondary aging in different barrels. So get a chance, go see Amin Carr at Old Louisville Whiskey Company.
That's all right. There you go. Amin does such a great job. You got to check them out for sure. And this is the Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown. And I'll put that right there for right now. And we are doing Warehouse R. That's got the artwork. Each one. Now, in the past, if you look at the bottles, they had done a little bit more. This is last year's. They've got the heavier metal topper. They've got the leather thing over the top of it. Now, this year, they kind of went, I believe that's a plastic. Is it wood or plastic? I think that's plastic, right? It's still pretty heavy, though.
No, that's metal.
Okay.
Metal. Take it off. You'll feel it.
It
You'll
is.
feel the heaviness.
It's plastic.
Did you try to bite it?
It's not metal.
It is metal.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Look at the top where it says Hardins Creek. You usually can't do that with metal.
It is metal. Yes, you can. It's stamped in there by a press. That is metal.
All right. I'll go with that's metal. All right. Damn it.
Metal. Heavy metal.
We're 8 minutes in. Don't make me swear. But it's, the other ones, they kind of backed off on the barrel aspect. I think the price though reflected what do you remember the price that we paid for these each? It was like $110. Anyways,
I can't remember.
Hey Siri, what is the MSRP on this year's Hardins Creek? It wouldn't just give it to me. I would have had to go. All right.
Yeah, you got to give her a little more information than that.
We have Clintista from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Hey, how's it going? Let us know what you're
Cheers.
Sipping on. All right. So, anyways, our Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown scale is, and you can do it because you're good at it now, Nash.
You have 4 categories. We go by nose, body, taste, and finish. On the nose and body, you can give it up to 4 barrel knocks. And on the taste and the finish, you can give it up to 5 because those are the most prevalent, the taste and the finish. And if one category happens to be exceptional, you can give it a ba-dum-bum.
One of these. Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum. And
it's so not a bum up the
a total of 19 out of 18.
This rating scale is based off my wife's ass. It's a butt up, not a bum up or a butt up.
That's what I said.
It's a butt up.
Butt up bum. Okay.
Butt up bum.
I need a couple more drinks before I start saying that.
Anyways, all right. So once we're finished this and we give it the rating, then I want you to compare the other two, give us the notes on the other two, and then let us know which one you think was the best. And if I have to go out and acquire more Hardins Creek. You on one hand, when we did that, if you remember, we did the the line at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. And
Yep.
that was the day that I think that the James B. Beam Distilling Company saved.
They brought their A game
And they,
to the festival.
in my opinion, they turned the festival around as far as the festival goes for acquiring bottles, because
Yep.
up until that point, a lot of people, and I'm not talking about myself, but a lot of people were getting frustrated with the lines were way better as far as how it was set up. The whole festival was set up awesome. You could, but I mean, even if but when it came to how many bottles and how many people were waiting in line, that the first day there was a lot of people that you talked to that waited in line for 2-3 hours and didn't get anything. They waited in this line, then they waited in that line and whatever. But that morning, which was Saturday morning, even the people who had general admission, Jim Beam brought it. They brought all 3 Hardins Creeks. They brought Booker's Reserve. They brought Knob Creek 21, and I believe the bowling pin was the other one, right? It's so there you go.
They even come up with
$150.
150, yeah.
Hardins Creek, Kentucky series, Boston, whatever, was 170, right? Yeah. The warehouse, yeah. Okay. So what we're looking, hey Terry, good to see you. What we're looking at is you could have bought one of each, every single one. Now,
Yep.
I know that
That's what I did.
Right, but I mean, there was the bowling
And
pin.
Elijah Craig 21 year and 2 bowling pins.
Yeah,
and the
Knob Creek 21 year. Yeah, Knob Creek 21,
Yeah.
Booker's Reserve, the bowling pin, and I just bought 1 Hardins Creek, but you bought 3.
Yeah.
My bill was already just one was, I saw it and I wanted to get at least 1. So, and I chose, like everybody does with their expertise, especially all the podcasters, I picked the one with the best artwork. I thought the mushroom, I was looking at them, I kind of like the mushrooms. So there you go. So anyways, are we ready to Old Louisville Whiskey Company barrel bash this?
Absolutely.
Did I say barrel bash? Barrel bottle breakdown.
Bash.
Wow, that's a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We're
Stacy.
not bashing anything on this show. Not anymore.
Nope.
Unless it's each other.
Nose is up for a Jim Beam nose. Now, what's the proof on this?
The proof is
they're all 11-year. I think they're 100, but I don't know.
55%. It's 110
so 110 proof.
Yeah.
There you go. 110 proof.
Aged 11 years at 110 proof.
So if you talk to anybody at Beam, I've talked with Fred, I've talked a little bit with Freddie, and if you've read Fred's books and everything, there's sweet spots all over the place for the whiskey. Now, based off this being in a 1-floor warehouse in dark with no windows, I mean, we're talking about, aging a specific way for 11 years. You're not going to get as much. You're going to get more liquid, and because it's not going to be released because it's going to be cooler in that warehouse.
Yeah, and you're not going to lose a lot to the angel share.
So do you know, did they say what the mash bill was?
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't say what the mash bill was.
I mean, it's a really, it reminds me of some of the Jim Beams from the 70s in your decanters. without the
Right.
dusty, funky note. But there's a cherry, a rich, rich cherry that you pick up off those. But it's minus the funk. You know, the dusty funk.
Very sweet smelling. Like I say, I get a lot of vanilla.
I get a little bit of vanilla, but I'm picking up the cherry that stings.
Mm.
There's a little bit of a
Almost like a black cherry. A sweet black cherry. Mm. Oh my gosh, that's good. Here's the little tasting notes that's on the card. Some people remark the whiskey leads with oak and char and notes of toasted sweetness too. But we suggest you take a sip and decide for yourself.
well,
And that's all the notes that they put on.
I pick up. Let's see this card. You said the one single floor.
Mm.
This release belongs to the second series from Hardins Creek, an exploration of how whiskey is shaped. Did you read that already? By
Yeah.
the what?
Yep.
Yeah. Identical mash bills.
Very sweet. But it is a little oaky and a little leathery on the finish. Lots of vanilla, maybe just a little caramel. It might even be just a little
on the
bit of
front end of this is almost like honey. Like a vanilla honey. It's so sweet. It's not a vanilla ice
That's what I
frosting.
was saying. It is really sweet.
It's got a nice vanilla. Now, the easiness of this bourbon at 110 and 11 years old, you don't pick up the oak and the char like I just remember when I was talking.
I do on the finish. I get that little bit of oakiness and maybe a little bit of leather.
Yeah, but not 11-year oaky. You know what I mean? It's not
No.
over oaked.
No,
I just remember because I was talking to Fred when I did the interview. You guys can check that out on YouTube. Fred does a wonderful interview from Kentucky Bourbon Festival a couple years ago, and he said that he's always fighting it being too, and he referred to it too woody, wood
Yeah.
forward. I was like, I've been in this, doing the podcast for a while, and I don't hear a lot of people referring to, a lot of time it's called over oaked or whatever. They don't say just straightforward, it was too woody. And so then I thought, that's why you named your cat Woody. Anyways.
You know why I named him.
I know why. I was right there while you were chasing him out of the wood pile. Anyways.
He was on top of the wood pile while I was filling up the coffee pot. I had the window open. Scared the crap out of me.
Little
Because
kitty.
he went meow. He was right there in the screen, and there's a window right there behind the kitchen sink. And I had a wood pile all the way up to the top of that window. Well, as I got the pot about halfway full, and I didn't even notice it until he went meow. I mean, and it was the loudest little meow coming out of a little bitty kitten. And I was like, holy shit. And then I went and opened the back door, and he ran right around there and ran straight up my arm onto my shoulder.
Yes, Danny, this is the mushroom.
So henceforth, he became known as Woody.
Yes, it did.
Cheers, Terry.
I thought that the real story, I thought that he jumped in. You weren't making coffee. You were packing up all my bourbon bottles to send up to me because you were cleaning out your cupboards.
Yep. because that was right before Sherry moved in.
One of the early videos that I put online when we were just beginning was me opening up a package that came from Super Nash's house. And I mean, he did just now the one bottle he did dump on me. You did dump one bottle on me, and that was the Jethro Creed. That was not a good. That Jethro Creed has tasting them at the festivals this year has come a ways.
Oh, yeah.
Another one that we need to work on is Hemingway, because they just released their first bourbon, and I talked to the son. The names are eluding me. I talked to the dad and the son, and I normally would shy away from Hemingway because they were mostly rye. But I got to taste their bourbon at Kentucky Bourbon Festival, and it was pretty damn good. But I didn't get a chance to see
Cheers,
them.
David. Appreciate you tuning in while you did.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. Check out the Maker's Mark Private Select Barrel Pick. We've got that available in our pre-sale for the vouchers.
And they're going fast.
Yeah. All right. So the nose, I'm picking up a little caramel now on the nose. Little caramels there. That wasn't that cherry. It's a cherry vanilla cherry caramel. Now on the taste, let's do this again. Now I got to do a Kentucky Chew. Wow, does that pull the sweetness throughout?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the beam.
There's almost a slight citrus, maybe.
I love this one because it's the easiness of drinking this. Like you put it to do the chew, there was no.
That's why I picked up a look when I was doing the chew. I picked up like a little bit of citrus, maybe. Or
Yeah, I'll give you that. But it's but that's the wood. Go by a tart blackberry. A blackberry. It's a blackberry. But the sweetness.
Yeah, a while ago I said black cherry. But I'll give it to you a tart blackberry.
Well, that's on the chew. What's left, that's like in the finish form, but the hug there's no burn on the hug.
None.
Just go to warm. I'm warm on the inside, but there was no
warm, medium, even hug. Yeah.
This is fun. I could be in trouble with this.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This has the everything that you want, like from when you think of bourbon. This is your grandpa's bourbon.
You can hurt yourself on this. Sipping on this. If you started sipping on this on a cold, snowy winter day watching a football game, you'd be trashed by the time the game was over.
Yeah.
It's just that good, and that drink, it's got that drinkability to it.
Danny Spirits asks, are we reviewing all three Hardins Creeks? We will. We are rating one, which is
rating
Warehouse
R tonight.
And then
I'm gonna taste W and G after we get through. I've already been sipping on a little bit of W when I was pre-gaming.
I'm happy with my pick so far.
What's it called? Pre-potting or pre-gaming?
Yes. You're pre-gaming. My thing, I'm really happy with this. It would be nice if you sampled some up to me of the other two at one point.
I don't think so.
You're fired. You're fired.
You're too good.
He's not gonna even let any out. I don't think so.
Sample me some down.
Oh. All right.
let's get on to rating this thing on the nose. You want to go first or shall I?
I'll rate the nose. The nose, a fantastic bourbon nose, but it lacks a little bit of complexity. It's very much straightforward, whatnot. So I give the nose a 3 out of 4.
I was definitely going to concur on that. It does lack some complexity on it. It's just not, one of the best noses I've had. But I mean, it's a very good nose. Like I said, for what you're getting off of it.
Yep.
But there's only like 3, maybe 4 different things that you can smell in it. And so, like I say, that's where I think it's lacking a little bit. So I'm giving it a 3 also.
I really didn't do the what's it doing in the glass?
It's very thick. You can see. Look how thick it is. Got a nice color to it. It's really thick.
Yeah, those legs are wide.
Yeah, look how sugary it is. And it takes forever look how long it takes for them before they start to develop.
Yep, they kind of develop one at a time.
Yeah. That's just weird. Usually when you have them and you start to look at the legs, you'll have 3 or 4 just start dripping down through there and you can see several legs, but these are just like one at a time.
I mean, this is like I wonder if I have Jim Beam honey. I'd like to put that up against it.
Just to compare it to.
Yeah.
The body on this to me is quite similar to the nose. It's not a real big body. It's thick in the glass, but.
So James Powers is from Ireland. Good to have you in here. That's cool. So what are you giving it?
I think I'm going to give the body a 2.
2 out of 4.
It goes across the tip of my tongue in the center, but it don't quite hit the cheeks and the sides.
I'll give the body a 2 also.
All right. Here's the best part.
Well, so if you're a Jim Beam fan, you can't go wrong with this. This is a sweetened vanilla honey sweetness that leads to, at the back of your palate, Jim Beam all day. It tastes like Jim Beam all night long. So this would be something fantastic for that 80% of people who just like to drink Jim Beam. They're not in. This is a fantastic 110 proof, not 80. This has got an added sweetness of flavor, and the craftsmanship of this one is, in my opinion, fantastic. And when it comes to the taste, I want to taste this. This is what I want to taste from a bourbon. I'm right there.
I think this is where it really excels.
Yeah, the taste. I'm going to give the taste a 5.
Oh wow!
When I drink bourbon, this is what I want. It's not an add. Yeah, it's not. Yes, they don't add sweetness. It just has added sweetness. It's still a bourbon. That's for Bard. It's just so if you like Beam, it's much sweeter on the front, but then it turns back into Beam.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to give it? I'm going to have some more.
I liked it. I really like the taste, and I think, like I say, the flavors that you get, the vanilla, the honey, that little bit of blackberry tartness is in there, and like I say, I'm getting a little tasting a little bit of oak, a little bit of char maybe, and then maybe just a slight hint of leather,
Which you
maybe,
pick up when you drink
might
Beam.
be cigar.
I think this would be wonderful. I think this would be wonderful with a cigar. So that you're saying tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a wonderful cigar blend to go with.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it a 5 too. Now, we're getting to the finish, and this is where I think it drops back down. It doesn't quite, it's just got like a medium warm finish. But it's like the flavors are going away too quick. You know?
Well, they go into leather wood, but I also was getting just a little bit, whether it's French toast or graham cracker, just a little bit. I was paying attention.
Then it's like now.
I want to say,
except for maybe that tobacco or cigar.
It's more like tobacco, but it's like, you know what? It's like an acid cigar. There's the sweetness of that tobacco that's there.
Yeah.
Which is very pleasant as far as
like the Drew Estate tobaccos that have that sweetness.
But then there's just a little bit of graham cracker that just hangs on. So you don't have the bitterness of the cigar. You more have the sweetness of that, just a little bit. That's unique. All right, what are you giving it?
I think I'm going to give it on the finish. I'm going to give it a 4.
You're giving it a 4?
Yeah.
For me, it's medium. I think Jim Beam on the finish itself is a 2. I think this takes it up one level, so I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah, I was pushing it for 4, but like I say, that a couple more sips into it and finishing a little bit. You know, I like the finish on it. I like the way it finishes, and
I love this. It's fantastic. So, what is our scores?
All right, I gave it a 14, and you gave it a 13.
So 13.5 out of 18.
Yep.
All right, there you have it. Hardins Creek Warehouse R, right?
Yep.
Old Louisville Whiskey Company Bourbon Bottle Breakdown 13.5. Perfect. Thank you, Amin, for supporting us and letting us do the barrel bottle breakdown. Thank you, Stacy Pritchard, for correcting us on what it is. All right, so while you do that, I'm going to put this little bit of Hardins Creek away. I'm going to, last year, I did not open up the corn origins. So Supernatch has the other 2 warehouses. And why don't you get all 3 and tell me which one you like pouring while you're doing that. We never did this as a review.
Actually, I'm gonna clear my palate with a little bit of water here.
I got some water too.
Oh yeah. And we're gonna go with Warehouse W. And I'll just reread what Warehouse W is.
Okay.
It has set sturdy in its creekside location. It's dense 5-floor construction, enveloped in the humidity of the surrounding air. It feels like the kind of place you might find a familiar creature, the North American beaver. And the taste, and that's why it's got the picture of the beaver on the front of it, coming out of his little log cabin. Now, before I read the tasting notes, I'm going to taste it. This is way more, I get lots more caramel off of this. Mm.
Talk, my friend. We got dead air.
I know, I'm sorry. It's like I was tasting and then just letting the notes hit my mind. Wow, this is way more caramel forward than what the other one was. It's not quite as sweet. The sweetness is there, but it's not quite as sweet as that vanilla and honey. This is caramel and
So Thomas Anderson,
almost chocolatey.
caramel and chocolate, like a
chocolate,
milk
yeah.
dud, or is it more dark chocolate?
More like a milk dud.
So
exactly like a milk dud.
Thomas Anderson, who follows us relentlessly, he says cheers. Cheers to you, Thomas. And then Bard Letikin, I want to do this. In my opinion, which is always correct, he says, American whiskey is inferior and mostly relies on extensive marketing to sustain its relatively meager market share. So it's kind of like that. I don't even want agree with 100%. One, it's funny because you in the rest of the world use our used barrels to make your whiskey. Most of the Scotch is using bourbon barrels that or Tennessee whiskey barrels from Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, and you're putting all of your malt barley stuff in a used barrel, which allows for a lot more aging time if you want to do it. American whiskey isn't inferior, it would be superior because we're using grain the original brand new barrels that have been charred or not charred. We're not, as far as bourbon goes, it's brand new and rise. Now, as far as American whiskey, when we use our used barrels, then we come down to your quality. That's what I would say to you as far as Bard. I think all whiskey has its place. I do like Scotch. I like Irish whiskey. I absolutely love American whiskey too. So there you go. All right. So you got something?
All right. Now I'm going to read the tasting notes.
All right.
I told you it's like a milk dud and didn't have quite as much of the char to it. And this is, some people have remarked the whiskey is lighter on the oak and the smoke than others in this series. Instead, leading with sweet aromatics, but we suggest you take a sip and decide for yourself.
Wonderful. Walker,
Like
yeah.
I said, I was getting like on the nose, I was getting like that caramel, and then maybe just a little bit of chocolate. Wasn't getting hardly any oak or char. And no, I'm not quite getting any kind of fruit on this one either.
So you're more on that one being on that was aged on the fifth floor. You're picking up more of the Kentucky bourbon thing that goes on with the caramels and everything. More like it going into
this one. Don't quite taste like the Jim Beam on the finish. This tastes more like oh man, this has almost got like a Booker's finish on the taste.
Okay, at 110 too. I mean, so taste it up against the other one and tell me which one you like at the moment.
At the moment, I'm liking Warehouse R.
Wait,
over Warehouse W.
And that's what we tasted, R over W.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. R is what we tasted together.
Okay.
And we're on to Warehouse G.
Gee whiz.
Mm-hmm. Mm. On the nose is this one has got more oak than any of them. More oak than any of them.
So this picked up the 11-year, and then let's read about this one.
Yeah. All right, let me get my taste in there before I read.
I love the little packets. Oh
wow. This one's hitting the sweet spot. Lots of vanilla. Lots of caramel.
And
there's that.
And it's Warehouse what?
G. Yep. I'll read about the Warehouse. And this is 9 floors high. Warehouse G is a rarity. A warehouse, as warehouses are no longer built so tall. Ours is one of the few standing relics that enjoys such a towering view.
Yeah, because you lose too much on the 9th floor. They usually are 7 feet tall now.
Yeah. And that's what I was telling you. See, I can pick up the oakiness on this one, but it's still a lot of sweet vanilla and caramel.
What floor was that one aged?
It did not say what floor.
What do you mean? Read that card. It has to say what floor.
It doesn't say what floor.
I don't believe you.
It just says that Warehouse G is 9.
That would make no sense.
This release belongs in the second series from Hardins Creek. Exploration how whiskey is shaped by the warehouse it calls home. This particular whiskey rested in Warehouse G. It does not say what floor.
Keep going. Flip it over.
That's when I flipped it over. That's what I just read. At 9 floors high, Warehouse G is a rarity. And it doesn't say anywhere.
Keep reading. There's like 5 cards.
Kind of place you might spot a majestic creature, the great horned owl, soaring high above the forest canopy as it keeps wise watch over the happenings below. Then the next card is the tasting notes. Some people have remarked this whiskey has an unmatched complexity, balancing notes of oak, char, and sweet aromatics. We suggest you take a sip and decide for yourself.
All right.
Now,
But that's it.
Hold on.
I did that too.
Pull my little cards apart.
Yeah, you gotta like twist it in. I did that too. Except I wasn't the star at the time. Everybody was paying attention to your ass when I did it.
So when nobody saw you do it, they saw me.
Look at you tying a.
Let me see if it says it on the bottle. On the front of the bottle. No, H11. Oh yeah, it does. 9th floor. Yep. Elevator 9 floor. 9 FL.
If I would have known that, I would have bought that.
Yeah.
You know what? That's
I'm telling you this.
That's top floor from benchmarking.
Right here, it exemplifies all the flavors that you're getting off of these other two, but it also kicks in. It finishes like a Booker's bourbon.
So there you go, Randy.
And I like Booker's bourbon. And
Randy Ford.
I'm going. Out of all three of them, I like Warehouse G the best.
So Warehouse G, Randy Ford, get me one. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. I will make sure.
Oh, the body's there. Yeah, see, this one's hitting all the sides, the roof.
I'll trust you, Nash, on that. The 9th floor, that's going to. So the bottom floor and the top floor of 9. So they went. And then, so what floor was the other one on?
On the W, it was on the 5th floor of
Warehouse. So we're at the bottom, the 5th, and the 9th, and so
and then R was on the 1st floor because it's only a 1 floor warehouse.
So R, they should have had a ton of whiskey. The 5th floor, they would have the average amount of whiskey. And on the 9th floor in Kentucky,
probably had some angel share come out of that.
I mean, that should have been the least amount of this batch.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So they basically went mid, low, and high. And we liked the low over the mid, but the high went. And I've always imagined that not only does that help the angel, the angel share and the evaporation, but the heat actually probably works with the caramelized sugars to just take them another level.
Yeah.
On the 9th floor.
So too. And plus,
11 years on the 9th floor. Think about
what happens is when you get up there on the 9th floors or the higher floors of the warehouse, excuse me, during the the hotter months of summer, that heat makes that alcohol expand. So it's forcing that alcohol or spirit into the thickness of the barrel to where it can pull out, and as it cools, that's when it comes back through that charred wall and it's pulling those wood sugars along with it.
Yeah. Hey, cheers, Matt. All right, so I poured.
Cheers, brother.
So so the level that we're at right now is with the Hardins Creek
he's got the 9th floor. He's got the warehouse G.
Who said that?
Randy Ford. And he said he'll see what he can do, but he's working 11 hours a day now.
That's no excuse, Randy.
Don't give him hell. It's only his second day.
I'm giving Randy crap.
Time to adjust.
Oh my God. So I'm doing so last year, which they released. So there's been the first year, the second year, the third year, all was tied together with the first series because they said this year is their second series. So to finish off the first series, the Golden Corn 11-year, the Golden Original. And you've got it right there, right?
Yeah. Golden Origins Corn Whiskey.
Wow. Take that card off. I don't even think glasses will help. The Heart of Kentucky.
Like a little book. Holy shit.
Celebrating the
No
part
fucking way. You get a magnifying glass.
while forging forward to define American whiskeys tomorrow. Golden Origins. It started at the creek and it started with corn. The grain from which everything else grew. Golden Origins transports us back to the 18th century Kentucky, to the very beginning, to the land.
What page are you on?
Second, to the land
Okay.
rough and rugged, but released generously with corn to plains with the raw. Oh my God. I need the light. I need a light. All right, here we go. We're going to hit the light. It's like, holy crap, is that?
Yeah,
Can I ask you a question? Who does a pamphlet like that? Who does a pamphlet like that?
Plains rich with raw potential.
Rugged, but blessed generously with corn.
Page.
Wait.
Your corn wasn't just a crop. It was more akin to gold.
What are you doing?
Not a kernel. I'm reading.
Not a kernel was ever laid to waste. Whatever wasn't eaten was preserved, distilled into whiskey, and then that precious liquid was drunk, bartered, or sold. Kentucky's origins were founded on and fueled by the rumble corn grain.
The humble
rumble, and the golden whiskey that came from it. But remain at the heart of what we do today. With this corn whiskey, we put forth our time-honored craft to honor the crop that started it all, then create
and carries us forward now.
Thank you. Expertly distilled, patiently matured to the ripe old age of 11 years, and finished in used toasted barrels. This whiskey centers the familiar sweetness of corn, a delicate symphony of caramel and vanillas follow, rounded out and punctuated by rich notes of char, unfiltered for unmistakable sip. This corn whiskey is a perfect example of Hardins Creek, our newest expression of our oldest grain. Heritage and future sharing a glass legacy is always in the making. Color, deep gold. I agree with that.
Yep.
Nose, subtle notes of corn and toasted oak. Palate, delicate balance of caramel and vanilla. Finish, lingering notes of char. All right. What does that say? Hardins Creek, Kentucky corn whiskey, 106 proof, and the James B. So that's the littlest type I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
What is that? 0.01?
That's gotta be. I'm telling you.
Anyways, so I poured this up and I opened it. And reading that makes me excited. But I will ask you this question.
I want to drink some of it.
Yeah, but I'll ask you this question. If it's more than the definition of bourbon is more than 50% corn. So it's got to be 51% corn. So if this is 100% corn, isn't it still bourbon?
You got a point.
Wow.
So, because it's aged in used bourbon barrels.
Ah, so
It
that's
says
where it's
says,
picked.
yeah, golden oranges, corn whiskey. Aged in used bourbon barrels, right up under the corn whiskey on the label.
John Ritt's like,
That's why it wasn't aged in new oak barrels. That's why it's not bourbon.
John Ritt says, "This is funny. I read to you, you read to me." That's us. And then Randy's like, "John, at least they can read on a fifth grade level." And then Walker's just like negative. Oh my god! Hey, that's why you guys are all here, for the entertainment value. We're here for entertainment, right?
We're done with the information part. Now we're on to the entertainment part, right?
We've been entertaining all the time, right?
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. Say goodbye to Warehouse W.
All right. So G.
Yep. Warehouse G. That's the bottle you want.
So Thomas asks, "What's the difference?"
Personally, I'm not gonna lie. You want all three of these. They're each one unique. But if I had to choose one of the three, I would choose G, the 9-story warehouse.
Well, in the shell game of Hardins Creek, I picked the second one, which was R.
You picked the mushrooms.
Yeah, because
you were thinking back to the 60s. And
why do I got to go to the 60s? More like the 80s. I mean, I was doing shrooms back then in the 80s.
Well, that's what I meant.
We don't gotta go that far.
Doing mushrooms and doing artwork.
Anyways, all right. So this Hardins Creek Golden Origins 11-year.
Golden oranges.
Origins.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, just stop. So I love. So once again, this is just the Jim Beam doing the. I think I just opened this. You opened it a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It had to pick up a ton of caramel.
Oh my gosh!
Because I've tasted
way better than when I first opened it.
Because I could taste.
This has been open probably a year, and I drank half the bottle.
I really like it. I taste the corn and the caramel. It's like caramel corn, but it got burnt.
Oh my gosh, exactly. It's like fresh caramel corn, like you get at the fair. Get a bag of that caramel corn, walking around, eating on a few peanuts, roasted peanuts.
Oh, you're making me hungry now. All right. So what's the difference between the 3 Hardins Creek bottles? Thomas Anderson's asking. They're each at different warehouses. Our warehouse R is a 1-story warehouse that
located in Creekside, right?
And they're all located at the
Warehouse W at the Claremont facility. Yeah, they're all at the Claremont facility.
Which Claremont is where Booker's is aged.
Yeah. Warehouse W is the 5-story warehouse, and it's built right along the creek side.
And it's on the 5th floor. So it's mid-range. It's top floor of that, but it's still on the 5th floor. And then G is at one of the few remaining 9 stories, because most warehouses that are built today are 7 because of structural issues, and you don't want the warehouses collapsing. But the few left 9 floors, this was aged on the 9th floor for G. So that's the difference between the mash bills are the same. Actually they all come from the same distilling run, and then they fill the barrels and put them in the different places 11 years ago. So
Yep.
there you go. Now, as far as the Golden Origins, this is a different thing. This came out last year. I think it's fantastic, but that means it's time to get this ball rolling so we can get going on, so everybody on Facebook and YouTube are going to stay on. It is 10 to 10. I'm not going to stay on too late tonight because I got to get this
Not everybody
uploaded, but
I got some work I got to do. I didn't get in till late and didn't have time to even do my work.
all right. So everybody, thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was a fantastic podcast. Hardins Creek, quality whiskey, experimental, coming from Jim Beam, and what more do you want, right? It's just like
That's it.
they're just doing different things, and I mean, 2011 years ago, we're talking about 2014.
14, yeah.
They,
and honestly, they started. Jim Beam actually started doing, experimental stuff that people don't even realize, but they're just now coming out with their experimental stuff but they had the foresight to start all this, maybe 15 to 20 years ago, and all, to lay this stuff down in the barrels and to do the experiments with what they had in mind to do. And now we're getting to taste the fruits of their labor and their forethought, and which is really exciting to me, because next year they'll be coming out with a different Hardins Creek from another experiment that they laid down, and we'll find out next year how many years it's going to be.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna try and pre-game some of this. It's like if I can figure it out. Yeah. That didn't work. All right, where are we? I think that's it. That seems to be it. Yep, that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I have not tried King George V, and thanks everybody. But no, on YouTube and Facebook that the party will continue for a couple minutes after. So hang on, but we're gonna finish this up for all the audio podcast people. Remember, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys, Glencairn's t-shirts. Make sure you check it out. Otherwise, just ask me straight up on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll work something out. Also, remember our Maker's Mark Private Select is coming out soon. If the pre-vouchers are for sale right now, so contact me with that if you're interested. And then also, remember we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and
Spotify.
No, X and TikTok. Remember TikTok. We're on Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. But no matter whether you listen to us or watch us, make sure you like, listen, subscribe, leave good leave good feedback, and also comment. Everything helps that you can do. Make sure join and become members in anything you can. There's a bunch of ways to do that on Facebook and YouTube. And then also,
I'd just like to say one more thing. Interrupt you here. Even we like good comments, but if you got a bad comment, I challenge you to put the bad comment in there too, because like I say, it raises interesting questions and things like that, and we'd be glad to answer for you and comment back to you and just to see what you got to say. So always keep this in mind, good or bad.
Do you want me to get out the whips?
Absolutely.
You can ask a question, but don't give us bad comments. No. That Oh, that's like no bad comments. I don't mind questions, and you can actually say something, but at the same time, every time someone gives us a bad review on Apple, I spend I got to have
I
another
didn't say
10.
bad review. But I mean, you can have a bad comment because we can comment right back to that.
All right.
And we'll get that party started.
All right. And remember, good bourbon equals good times and good friends.
Good friends.
Make sure you don't drink and drive.
Drink responsibly.
And live your life uncut and unfiltered. And our AI theme song will take us out.
Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate everyone and y'all that tune in to us each week and each night that we run. Can't do it without you.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30.
That's right.
Wake up, sunrise and boots on the floor, working hard all day till you can't no more. Life rolls on, but the choice is yours. How you play it out when you walk through that door. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's what the Scotchy Bourbon Boys got in store. Tuesdays, Thursdays, come pull up a seat. We'll taste through the whiskey on the rocks and leaves. Bourbon Scotch, oh, a good old ride. Japanese, Irish, yeah, we'll tell you why. So wherever you're sipping, near or far, tune in with us from your home or your car. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's a podcast you've been looking for.
Oh, you do that.
All right, we're off there. Great. We just Leonardo, I'm getting someone don't like us at the end. It's being held for review. There we go.
All right.
All right. So now I am going to share it quick. Let me get it. Share it out to everybody.
I'm going to jump out.
Yeah, jump out. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Absolutely, brother. My pleasure. Always my pleasure. And a little bit of yours.
There it is.
All right, brother.
All right. Good night.
Good night, and holler if you need anything.
I will for sure.
Always here.
All right. Have fun with your brothers.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. We're looking forward to it.
Knobs is on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go to Columbia because I gotta go down there and get that money from the lottery.
Okay.
I'm going down there. I'm not sure if Sherry's going to go with me yet or not, but talking about taking the bike and taking back roads down to Columbia, ride the Harley down there, pick up that money and come back.
Okay.
And then come back and pack up because we're leaving out early Friday morning.
It's still warm down by you guys, right?
It was about 68 today. Yeah, so I mean that's perfect. It's only supposed to be in the upper 50s to mid 60s in Martinsville, up in the mountains, this weekend, but sunny. So
yeah, today was high 60. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was like I think 68, 69 degrees, maybe. It might have topped 70 and all. It was beautiful.
So Leonardo on YouTube is asking us to say hello to Vanessa. Hello to Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
Thanks for watching tonight.
Yep. Thanks, Leonardo.
Yep.
And Vanessa too, if you're watching too. Thanks for watching, tuning in.
There we go.
Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
It's the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
Yeah.
Looks like nobody's joining us.
There's Walker coming
Walker,
in. There's John. Yeah.
And John and Walker saved the day because I was just going to end it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey guys, I was
That's
giving
all.
an opportunity to get in, but I gotta go do some work and stuff and all.
Cheers, Nash.
It was a long day. I didn't get into the late. Oh, what you got going on there?
Hey, Nash. I got 2 different store pick single barrels, brother.
Oh man, that's awesome. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Anything you want to trade out for one of those?
Did you freeze up?
Already open.
Wait, we didn't hear you there, John.
Yeah, you froze up for a second there.
Oh,
I said, anything you want to trade out for one of those?
they're open and I'm sipping, bro.
Oh, there you go. Well, hell, I'll open up something and sip on it and then send you the rest.
Yeah, no, these are.
I've only got about 800 bottles here.
Yeah, one's a Benny's and one's a Woodman's, man.
Oh, cool. Woodman's did a barrel pick?
Yeah,
Oh.
man. I was in class and
you know how old they are? Some of those single barrels barrel picks I found to be 10 and 11, 12 years old.
You know what? I wonder if I could look that up somehow.
Really, I think you usually have to ask them.
Yeah, I think you got to email them and ask.
Yeah, you can email and ask them, and
Right.
they'll know how old that barrel was. It's like I got a 12-year here about 3 years ago on Black Friday over in Georgia at Tower Wine and Spirits over there.
Yeah.
They got 2 locations in barrel picks, and I got over there at like 2:30 in the morning, and I was like 42nd in line, but I came home with over 11 bottles.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, it was just a party all night long. People just opening up bottles, Thanksgiving food, leftovers and stuff like that, out in front of the store. And but the line grew to something like 280 something people by the time they opened up at 9 o'clock that morning. But they come out, man, in the morning with coffee and donuts about 7 o'clock and stuff.
I remember when you
easy.
were there because you were like telling me what they did.
Yeah. And then, like I say, I got I got 2 bottles of
Y'all hear me?
Blanton's barrel pick that they did. I got the E.H. Taylor. I got 2 Weller foolproof. Me and those guys, like say, after we went in, there wasn't but about 10 of us, 12 of us that we'd go in, get our bottles, and then we'd come back out and get at the end of the line. Was a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like 80% of the people went through only one time and left.
But Nash,
This was South Carolina.
hey Nash,
No, this was at Tower Wine and Spirits over in Atlanta, Georgia.
yeah, in
Oh
Georgia.
yeah, I know Tower.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but Nash, then you got married and you don't do that no more.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did it. What? 2 years ago?
That was when you weren't married.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, because I've been married to about 2 years and 4 months now.
Yeah, and it happens in the spring, so don't even.
So it actually, it was
You haven't
right.
done it since you were married.
You're right. It was the November before I got married.
Because you're always spending time on cruises instead of lines at bourbon.
I'm going to prove you wrong this year.
Yeah, take her with you and get double them. Get 22 of them.
I wish.
This year,
I
Nash.
wish.
This year, Nash, I'll meet you.
No, now I'm going to start taking my son. He's like 24. And
really?
He'll be out of college.
I just said I'd meet you, and that's what you led with.
Yep, too
Yeah.
bad.
Sounds like you know your place, brother.
Do you blame?
Come on down here and get some of this Eiffel rye.
Yeah.
I rye.
Yeah, the stuff that we did the podcast on, I found a store that's got like 5 bottles of it. It's 2019 stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
not keep that rye crap away from me. So
The Eiffel doesn't taste like any rye you've ever had. You remember that?
yeah, but you're talking about the German rye.
Visiting us
The
for
German
your-
rye.
Yeah. Okay. So
No comment.
so look at here you go. This right here, John. You were showing those single barrels, but this is the 2017 4 grain, and then this is another 4 grain that I have left. So if you come to the Christmas party, I will split this with you, John.
Hey, Randy, you know that place Joe's where we got the foolproof in that Fitz 9?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got right now online. This is crazy. I'm not paying it, but they're advertising a 2022 birthday bourbon for $99.
Oh my God.
That's like really up there, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one sitting on my 500 miles away, 600 miles away down in Florida
Crazy though, man.
that I can't get to.
Well, I did just give for 2017. I gave 500 for it.
Yeah,
That was
700 is a lot, man.
Yeah, but I gave 500 for it because that's 2017 is the best birthday bourbon I've tasted so far, and I've tasted all the way back to 2014.
It's a good secondary price.
Yeah,
There, I look better now, although I can't see y'all.
most of them got most of those for like
Yeah,
that
you
80,
look way better
went up
because you're
$89
working.
Yeah.
for that 2017. So, but like I said, a buddy of mine had it, and whenever he can, he'll shoot me a deal, and then I'll shoot him some bottles every now and then too. So
That's sweet.
I've told my glasses up like that for the bifocal part to be able to see you, though. Down here, I can't see you. It's set for about 7 feet or 6 feet.
okay,
Martin, you were going to go work and they tricked you.
yeah, I know. And I'm going because I'm not pouring up anything else, and I'm out of here, guys. Hey, have a great night.
Martin, the 2 cases of OWA I was going to get that got sold out from under me, the guy found me 3 bottles, and it is really good stuff.
Oh man, that's a store pick, right?
Yeah, it's a store pick. It's the best OWA I've ever had.
Oh wow.
I can't wait to try that one from up at Benny's and compare them.
Yeah, I think I might have had one from. I know I've had one from Benny's.
I haven't. They got them. I
probably had about 8 or 9 different Old Weller Antique store picks, and
Yeah, but you've been drinking about 10 times longer than I ever 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, and there's a couple antiques from like 2019 and 2018 that I was, and the batches kind of like sometimes blow away. There's a couple batches that just blow away all the store picks.
yeah.
They did a really good job with the batches.
Yeah. Damn. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to. Since I opened up all 3 of these bottles, now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get all these Hardins Creek on my shelf back there.
Hey, you need? I will call Amazon and have them ship you some of that heat seal, and you can just slip it on there and hit it with a hairdryer, and then you can stick it in a box and send me one of them so you don't have to worry about it.
I got some of those.
That's what I would do with it. And then you put
Everybody
it back wherever
say
you want
goodbye
to.
to YouTube. We're going bye-bye on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on YouTube.
Thanks
Good night.
everybody on YouTube. Appreciate you.
Bye, YouTube. You'll have a good night.
Yeah.
Come on over to Facebook and join